But it's like, I don't have the time. Like, no. I really don't.
She wanna woo nigga. She wanna fight with the woo.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Bienvenidos a mi canal. I hope you guys are doing good. So, I actually remembered that I never introduced myself. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm iANDRA. Hey, what's up? What's Gucci? In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I got this beautiful, stunning look. It's like a, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. I really don't know. But this is the look that I created today. So yeah, and I'm also using some new brushes from Luxie Beauty. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You know, hit that red button down below if you haven't already. Okay, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to be priming my eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 35. I haven't cleaned out my brows yet, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm not sure. To blend out my concealer, I'm using the Luxie Beauty large eye blending brush in 250. I believe this brush is from a specific collection. I just don't know the name of the collection, but if I find it, I will have it listed in the link down below. I mean, in the description bar down below. In today's video, I will be using the I Love CHATTY, so Karen's palette in collaboration with Dose of Colors. Looks like this. This came out, I believe, last summer or something like that. And we're also going to be playing around with some Luxie brushes. They were so kind to send me this little collection, and I've already used 2 or 3 of the brushes and I really love them. The brush that I just used to blend out my concealer is from Luxie, but it's not from the collection that they sent me. It's from another collection that I had. So to start off, I will be using the Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna go with this shade right here. I don't know if this is gonna be too peachy. Hopefully it's not. So the way that I'm trying to place the eyeshadow is I'm not necessarily doing like a cat eye, like I'm not winging it out. I'm keeping it very much so right here. Okay, so I'm gonna take the same eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Wanderlust. I believe it's Wanderlust. Honestly, you guys, I'm not sure. When they have the names in the back of the palette, it kind of confuses me. So I'm putting that. Oh, this is beautiful. This is such a beautiful color. And I'm using the same brush. I think I said that. So again, I'm just gonna do this in kind of circular motion. I love how soft these brushes are, and the blending is just effortless. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use my my Makeup Revolution matte bronzer in the color medium, and I'm going to be using that as an eyeshadow as well, but I will be using that with a different brush just because I want that dark that's going to go from my nose all the way up to my brows. I wanted to match my contour, obviously. I'm trying to use this brush right here. This is the Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush, and then I will be going basically from my nose and like where my nose and my eyebrow connects, and I'm just gonna use this and blend in the brown. And I'm gonna continue doing this all the way throughout my eye. When I get to the end, when I get to this part right here, I'm gonna try and angle it out a little bit, not too much, but just like a little tiny bit. I'm gonna go over to another brush. So this one is the Luxie 211 concealer brush. I don't want to dip into different palettes, but I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I'm gonna be using the lightest shade in the palette, which is this one right here. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to take a detail brush. I believe that's what it's called. Let me see. Pencil brush. So I'm taking the Luxie 217 pencil brush, and I'm going to stay in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm going to be using the color Noir, which is the black one. So I'm just starting in the center of my eye. And I'm making it really, really thin towards the front. And then, you know, like thicker as we go out. Just keep applying the black eyeshadow and like smudging it out. And this is where, like, if you want a cat eye, you know, you kind of create that. So the lashes that I'm wearing today are the Reina lashes from Savage. I love these. They just look so perfect, and they're like the perfect lashes for this look because they kind of flare out and they also curl up quite a bit. Now I'm just going to go ahead and prepare my skin so we can, you know, start with the skin, and then we're going to go and finish off the eyes after I do my face. The first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to apply the Glasses Skin Balm from Touch in Sol. This is the packaging. It looks so cute. When you take it out, it looks like this. First, I thought I opened it up the wrong way, but then I saw and understood that this is the top. This is gonna apply some of this all over my face. And it smells amazing. It smells literally so good. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my concealer first, and my go-to concealer has been the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm in the shade 35. As you guys know, I also prime my eyes with this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this Melanie Mills Hollywood Gleam Body Radiant. Like, a little goes a long way. This is all that I'm taking. Just gonna apply a little bit here, and then I just kind of spread it out. So it's the L'Oreal True Match, and I'm in the shade C7. I really love this foundation. Okay, so to apply my foundation, I will be using the Luxie 508 Dual Fiber Stippling Brush. I'm not a huge fan of stippling brushes, but I haven't used one in a minute, so I'm going to try this one and see how I like it. Ooh, that was a lot. That was so much. That was so much. I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to dip it into my hand, obviously. Put that where I would normally put my foundation. And it's definitely not my shade anymore. That means I've gotten a tan, because it's kind of like but I like this brush. The reason why I don't like stippling brushes is because they normally always leave streaks from the brush, and I don't like that. Okay, but this brush is doing its thing. This brush is nice. It really has my skin looking pretty, and I don't see any brush strokes at all whatsoever. Okay, so now that I blended out my foundation, I'm going to go ahead and blend out this concealer underneath my eyes. And to do that, I'm using the Luxie Beauty 250 Large Eye Blending Brush. The same blending brush that I used to blend out the concealer on my eyelids. So we're just going to go ahead and blend. And I like my concealer to sit just to get the best coverage. So I don't know what y'all think about the new iOS 14 update. Like, I'm seeing so many photos, videos, TikTok, reels, everything about how people are customizing their screens, like their home pages and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, do people really have time to do that? Because I've had people tell me they used like 2 and 3 hours to do the whole home page, to get it to look like that and all that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, but you know what? Credits to you, and shout out to everybody who actually does this, because y'all, it looks really good. It looks really aesthetically pleasing, I'm not gonna lie. But it's like, I don't have the time. Like, no. I really don't. Y'all see how flawlessly this brush is blending out my concealer though? baby. So now I'm just gonna highlight, you know, the rest of my face. So the bridge of my nose, down here, my lips a little bit. But the fact that, like, okay, my favorite, I don't know, what's your favorite feature? My favorite feature is the fact that people can call me and I can ignore them and I can still be using my phone. That's like major. To me, that's like the best shit they could have ever done. And I think I'm gonna cream contour today, so I'm gonna take my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer in C14. A little bit like that. We are going to blend out my contour with this brush right here. I already used this brush from Luxie and I really liked it. And this is the Luxie 504 large angled brush. I'm just gonna blend up towards my cheeks. Is that I'm just going to spray a little bit of this Milk Makeup blur spray. Now I'm going to use this little concoction that I have here. This is a mixture of different powders that I like to use for underneath my eyes. And in here I have, this looks a lot like the honey shade of the Laura Mercier powder. If you guys want a separate video on how I mix my powders and like what I have in here, let me know and I'll do that, no problem. So to set my under eyes, I use the same brush that I used to blend my concealer. I guess there's a lot of people out there like, no, don't do that, da 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 da. But listen, baby, it works for me, okay? So I'm just tapping on the powder, literally. But just applying this powder just makes my under eyes look so soft and clean, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. So can you guys see how nice and just soft my under eyes look when they're set? Like, oh, I love this powder. This is like my favorite powder, just because it's mixed with a whole bunch of different powders. I'm going to basically just set my contour, bronze my face. But let's see here. So to bronze my face, I'm going to be using the Luxie 502 large powder brush. I'm not taking too much though, because a little goes a long way. So if you don't like your bronzer to be too wide, you can always like do it like this and it will be more narrow. I sometimes do that, I sometimes don't. The thing with me is I don't like to. Now we're gonna go ahead and contour define our nose. To do that, I'm going to use, I don't know, I think I'm gonna go in with this. This is the 213 brush, and I'm going to start by my eyebrow and work my way down. I feel like this is the perfect way to just contour your nose. You just follow, obviously your natural nose shape, but you just follow kind of like your eyebrows. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this little kohl liner and line my waterline. So now we're gonna use the same black eyeshadow from the Soft Glam palette, which is this one right here. And we will be using the same brush that I used earlier. And I'm just going to kind of smudge the liner that I used. I'm actually going to take the same brush that I used to contour my nose, and I'm going to take my contour shade, so my contour powder, and I'm going to use that to like smudge out the black that I just placed there. So I'm putting that right kind of on top, but not fully on top. I don't know how to explain it. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not working here, I'm working down here. It's just kind of to give it that gradient effect and for it not to be so harsh, you know? So I'm going to set my face again with the Milk Blur Spray. So for highlighter, I'm going to use my favorite combination in the whole wide world. I don't know if I've even done this combination on camera before, but I used it quite often. So I'm using the Inglot. This is the Inglot Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes and Body Powder, and this is in the number 03. And I'm also combining it or topping it off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills X Amrezy highlighter. So for highlighter, I don't see a brush in the Luxie collection that I personally would use for highlighter, but if anything, I could use the Luxie 209 large shader brush, which is for the eyes, but I like it to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to use my Sigma brush, and this is the High Cheekbone Highlighter F03. So I'm gonna take my brush, dip it into the lid right here, and I dust off. Baby, listen, and I get just as amazed every single time I put this on. It's like, honestly, you don't even need to top this off with anything. It's just a preference for me. I just like how they look together, combined. Like, I don't know if y'all, también esta vaina, baby. And a little goes a long way, baby, okay? Then I'm going to spray a little bit more of the blur spray, whatever setting spray that you have. So now I'm going to take my highlighter brush again, and now I'm going to dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. And then we're just going to put it right on top. So I just like to go over it with a clean powder brush. Now I don't have any from the Luxie collection because I use that to bronze. And I just go over like this with my highlighter. And this, I just like it because it kind of blends my highlighter into the makeup properly. It's not just laying on top. But it also helps a lot if you feel like you put on too much highlighter. So I'm going to line my lips with Chestnut from MAC as to be expected. Yeah, I know the drill. And I'm gonna go in and put on my all-time favorite lipstick, which is also from MAC, and I haven't used this in a minute. The Naturally Transformed. This is like the perfect nude for my melanated beauties. Okay, I'm just gonna put this on. Oh my god, I haven't used a MAC lipstick in forever. Now that I think about it. I believe it's like a satin finish. It's not matte, it's not glossy, it's like a satin finish. So I'm gonna top it off obviously with a gloss, because y'all know I love me a glossy lip. I'm gonna top this off with the Skin Tight lip gloss from Savage. It's a little bit more on the pinkier side, but it's still nude, okay? Okay, I have no idea where my clear gloss is right now, so I'm just gonna use this Iconic London. I think this is like a lip plumping gloss. So I'm gonna put that on the outside. But that's definitely key though. Like if you want that super defined lip, but you want it to be, you know, clear in the middle, but you want it to be glossy, baby, you put the gloss, you either put clear gloss all over, or you put a nude gloss in the center and then clear gloss on top of your lip liner. That's tea. Okay, this is the finished look. I'm gonna go ahead and fix my hair so I can give you like a full-on glam, put on some earrings, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I don't know what you guys think, but baby, I look good. I love how my lips came out. I don't know, like I've done this combination before multiple times, but I just haven't done it in such a long time, so it just feels different. It feels like brand new, you know. But I love how my lips came out. I love the eye look, you know, super glowy. I'm missing some earrings, but I can't find them, so it's whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.